Hi, everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who enjoy drinking and discussing anime. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Hannah, and we'll be watching Ouran High School Host Club. And just fair warning, we will be watching this as a dub and not a sub. Don't come at us. Other disclaimer is that there will be spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, pause and watch the episode yourself and then come back and listen along. We will also be going over explicit content and we'll probably say some pretty explicit things. So listener, beware, and it's to your own discretion.
We hope you enjoy. Pour yourself a drink and join us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. And speaking of drinks, what are we having today?
Tonight we are drinking Forbidden Kiss, a French rosé sparkling wine.
You know what? And I would say it is just perfect for this anime.
Forbidden and sparkling.
And kissy.
And French. Oh, wait.
Ooh.
Not French.
We don't have any French people on the anime or on this podcast yet. But, you know, if you're from France, hi, welcome. Give us a shout out. So that's cool.
Or if you're Forbidden Kiss or if you're sparkling. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, let us know if you're effervescent.
All right. Tonight's episode, we are going through episode 6. The grade school host is the naughty type. So to read a brief synopsis of this, an elementary school brat, Shiro, seeks help from the host club to win the hearts of girls. Renge develops a role for him, the naughty type. But Shiro denounces the whole club as idiots and runs away. Go figure.
Yep.
The host club infiltrates his school and discovers that Shiro has a crush on a girl called Hina. And she's soon going to be moving away.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun. She and Shiro were supposed to play a piano duet. But Shiro is unprepared. So Tamaki, of course, brings Shiro back to the music room and reveals that he himself is an accomplished pianist. And he's going to tutor Shiro for the upcoming piece.
How convenient.
Hina is invited to a special event, and she and Shiro play the duet perfectly together.
Oh.
True love.
And all's well that ends well.
There was no forbidden kiss.
No, there was not. There was no lip
sparkling.
contact.
There was no French.
There might be a little sparkle.
I didn't see any.
Just the whole show.
Heard.
Just the whole show. It was
right.
very sparkly.
Overall thoughts, impressions, Hannah.
This episode, it was all right.
It was I.
It was I. I wouldn't say it's my favorite episode, but I'd still say it's a really sweet kind of sentiment, you know, because the main focus is of this middle schooler. They say he's a 5th tier middle schooler, something like that. I don't know. But
elementary 5th year.
That's what it is. Yeah. And so basically I'm like, okay, this boy is what, like 10, 11, something like that. Mm-hmm. And this is about the age where, you know, as kids we're kind of discovering weird feelings that we might have towards someone at that age. You know, because I had crushes at that age for sure. And so it's basically the episode is revolved around this boy Shiro who is, I guess maybe just kind of recognizing these new feelings towards a girl in his class, Hina.
Budding romance.
It's, you know, yeah, so it's still a really sweet sentiment. and all of that. But, I mean, the boy's still a little jerk.
To me, I felt like there was a lot of parallels with our episode 2. Mm-hmm. The job of a high school host, where we were introduced to Kanako. Mm-hmm. And she had this long history of romance with, this boy that she had adored. Mm-hmm. And this felt very much in that same vein to me, where, you've got guy or girl in love with this other guy or girl, and then host club steps in.
Yeah, they
works their host magic, and then all's well that ends well.
Yeah. Yeah, and that actually, there's a lot of similarities and parallel lines between those two episodes, except for instead of, like, in the second episode, it was the boy who was leaving to be far away to study teacups. It's now this little girl, Hina, who has to move. Because her dad got a job in Germany, and they were moving like at the end of the week. It was really sudden, and so now
that shit was happening.
It is happening real fast. And so Shiro, now with all of these emotions and feelings towards this girl that is now leaving, he's probably in a panic, and he's like, of course I want to make a really good one last impression on this girl.
Yeah, he's 10. What else would he want to do?
I don't know. Like,
exactly.
Run around and throw rocks at other people? I don't know. What do little boys do? Yeah. So I guess, should we get into the specifics of the episode? Kind of do a little play-by-play?
Yeah.
I know we did the synopsis, but the play-by-play, we immediately see Shiro, and he is... what is it, like, more or less trying to say, I'm not going to play piano, and this teacher, the one teacher that we see in probably the whole series, is like, are you sure? You should play piano, you should do it, you'll be popular with the ladies, like, being hella creepy about it, to be honest.
But also true.
I mean, because, who doesn't love a good pianist?
Yeah, I was going to say, I dated one guy.
Ooh, did you?
Who played the piano. Yes, I dated one guy. Did you?
Whoa.
Did you, Stephanie?
Crazy.
Did you date one guy?
Kinda sus. Oh, no.
Yes. So, didn't finish my train of thought. Sorry. I did date this one guy who was very good at playing piano.
That, you know what?
And I remember, like, we were in high school, and it was very sweet, and I would always ask him to just, like, play the piano for me. And so he would always wait until his parents went to bed.
Oh.
Then he would set his phone down and play piano for me. And honestly,
that's so cute.
Loved it.
Yeah, honestly, I get it.
And every time he would start trying to sing A Whole New World and try to get me to sing the Jasmine parts, and every time I'd be like, I'm going to do it. And then I would never do it. And I would make him do the whole thing. Yeah, but I'm here for it. So I can understand the, like, it's going to make all the ladies cream their panties, because truth.
It's true. Yeah, absolutely. Truth. If you, honestly, at this
could
point,
be any instrument.
It really, except for the kazoo, I'm outlined that.
Oh,
that's not,
or the triangle.
Yeah. Or, like, do bells? Or bells, like, is that outlawed?
Could be done right, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
But, I mean, most instruments, piano, guitar...
Yeah, harpsichord.
Oh, some good uke action. A good ukulele. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Because you don't really see that many guys walking around college campus with a uke. It's always an acoustic guitar. But, a uke.
Here for all of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I can understand the teacher being like, it's gonna make all the girls.
But he refused.
So hot.
You know why?
Because he's stupid. He belongs on Baka bitches.
Well, he is a Baka bitch.
Understood.
But it's because he only had eyes for one girl. He didn't want all the girls. Just one.
I mean,
just one.
He should have tried even harder then, don't you feel like?
Well, he did.
But did he?
He did. You know why? You know why? You know why he did?
I'm just staring. I'm staring. Tell me about how hard it was. Harder?
He was
harder?
So hard. Oh. No, so he went to the host club as his last resort to understand or figure out how to get this girl's attention.
And then mercilessly mocked them, which
absolutely
fair.
Which that's exactly what any kid would do.
Yeah, but like he was going there for help, but was he?
I mean,
he was
maybe
just
to pass the time a little bit.
Poking holes, like plot holes.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
he's like, here they are.
Well, I mean, he was very hot and cold, which I think is just part of his nature. Where I think he authentically wanted to get help from the host club.
Sure.
To figure out what do I need to do to get the attention of this girl one last hurrah before she leaves to
But he explained
Germany.
it initially as girls.
Yes.
So they think
Yes.
that they're helping him with
Trying
girls.
to be a ladies' man at such a young age.
Girls.
Yeah, multiple girls. Doesn't matter. Like what type of girl. But, you know, they eventually figure it out. It's only for one girl. But, you know, he comes in and he starts almost naturally wooing Tamaki, or like just saying the right stuff to Tamaki. But I mean, Tamaki is easy to please in a way, because all he had to do was be like, "Oh, but you're the greatest. You're a genius." And
Oh, I wrote it down.
Oh yeah,
the king of the host club.
oh yes.
Remember that was the word.
Yes,
King of the host club.
And talk about melting Tamaki's heart, and you know that's how you do
Tamaki
it.
wanted to bone him right then and there.
We were talking about like a 5-year-old Stephanie.
I mean, but still.
Yeah, but still, Tamaki was very much wooed right from the start by this kid. And so Shiro's like, you know, let me study your ways so I can get all the girls. And Tamaki's like, I got you, fam. And starts just letting this boy sit at the table while he's wooing these girls to learn from it. And I don't know, that's a little unsettling.
To study. And they were all very up close and personal. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite things that they said in this entire episode was, people are more beautiful the closer they are. Because Shiro's so physically close.
Physically.
To Tamaki, who was very physically close to unnamed host club enthusiast who had visited for the day.
Yeah.
And that line made me laugh because I definitely feel like I'm Club Butterface. She's pretty but her face.
What?
Like, you don't want to be up close with people. Like, the closer you are to someone's face, the weirder that looks. And I can
really
say that
does.
about even my own face, because from afar, I'm like, ooh, she look ratchet. But then I get a little closer and I'm like, what are those eyebrows?
That?
What?
Are my pores really that big?
Are my eyelashes slightly longer on one side? Why am I uneven? And then I get up even closer, right? Because of course I do.
Sure.
So now I'm nose to nose with the mirror, noticing every little detail. So I definitely can't say that people are more beautiful the closer they are. I'm noticing every single little thing about my face.
But see, okay, here's...
No, even with someone else's face. Bring your nose over here.
Just kidding. No, I don't want you to see all my pores and my blackheads. No. No, but, you know, that's... As a self-introspective person, I could be like, yeah, I could look at myself in the mirror and point out all of the flaws. But when it's someone else coming in close, because they're like, oh man, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, and they don't see those flaws, because as people, we can just pick at ourselves, you know?
Because I would be like, bullshit. You're so full of shit. And then I would write that person off.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, you're so full of shit.
Yeah, because you don't see what they're seeing, and you only see all your flaws.
Well,
and
I know, but I don't want to be with someone who doesn't see what I'm seeing, because everything that I'm seeing is correct all the time. 100%.
But what if it's not?
That's not true. Doesn't happen. Doesn't exist.
Stephanie, I'm here to challenge your existence.
I do not want to associate with this person.
Okay, I guess we'll pack up and leave. All right, bye.
Yeah, so anyways, that one line, people are more beautiful the closer they are. So So that's where we had Shiro up close viewing Tamaki.
There was practically a three-way kiss. Let's be honest.
Viewing Tamaki putting the moves on a poor girl.
I mean, she was enjoying it until they started calling her a carp.
Well,
that's fine. That's fine.
To be fair, that was my most enjoyable part.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Shocked.
So then again, we kind of roll call through what type could Shiro be? Because we have everything in this type now.
We do.
We have the princely type.
Tamaki.
The strong silent type.
Which is what's his face?
The strong silent one.
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, the one that I don't know why I constantly forget his name.
I don't have my list with me.
It's fine. It's fine. But our one listener is like, you dumbass. You fucking dumbass.
You fucked it up. We now have 0 listeners.
Yeah,
okay.
they like unfollowed.
Then we have our Lolita boy type.
Honey. Yeah.
And then we have our devil type.
Our twins.
Our cool type.
Oh, that is my boy Kyoya.
And then our now natural type.
Haruhi.
Yeah, who's the new one.
One.
But so now what could Shiro possibly be? Because we can't fit him into the same role because we already have a role for so many types. So like what is he gonna be? So who comes out of the woodworks but to help?
Renge. Oh, this girl
just appears out of nowhere. She just manifests
on her really expensive
platform
whirligig. Like you would see a pop star just appear on stage with, and I don't know how that happened, but they got that there, and she just exists under the floor.
How did they get that there? They have money. That's how they got it there.
Yeah, I guess that's just what happens when you have money. It just appears. Things appear.
You just manifest them into reality.
I don't know what that's like.
So Renge appears out of nowhere to help classify Shiro.
Yes.
As
our naughty.
The Nate type.
Naughty boy.
Right. Which I feel like all the examples and reasoning for why he's the naughty type.
It makes sense. Right? Or are you gonna
I was gonna say, I feel like they just don't calculate.
Oh,
because
shit.
How can we make a 10-year-old the naughty type? Like, in terms of like, I mean, I have children. So I guess classifying them as naughty is one thing. But when I read it or hear about it in terms of like host club naughty type, this is not the naughty that I'm thinking about.
Sure. Well, I mean, okay.
When they say naughty type here, what they really mean is more like the rebellious. Yes, we're not following the rules. Which kind of, to me, feels like falls into the devil type, which is the twins. Yeah. But really what I'm hoping for when they say the naughty type is like some 50 Shades of anime action. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but hopefully more towards adults.
Like, there's maybe a little bit more tentacle action. There's maybe a little bit more something that's happening that's not like...
lewdness.
Yeah, that's not just...
A little bit more sweaty,
a 10-year-old showing up who doesn't know how to play the piano. Like, that's not super naughty to me.
No, but I think what they're coming from is it's because he is calling girls that he's witnessing at the host club, you know, oh, you look like a carp that's in my pond.
I mean, that's not really naughty. That's
just rude. It's just rude.
It's rude. That's true.
But it's
we should call him the honest type.
The very blunt and abrasive. The abrasive type.
The abrasive type. I'm here for that.
Yeah, he sounds like a scrubby.
I mean, I don't want to be with that type, but
no,
like heard,
not.
Understood. I feel like that's more accurate.
It is, but you know, for lack of, and it's probably, it comes down to translation. You know, from Japanese, it could have been something. You know, because honestly, the Japanese language is so much more advanced in a way. They have words for things that English just doesn't even cover, you know, so it could be a translation thing and translating it to English, because we are watching the dub once again. Please don't come at us for it. I am for both sub and dub. It just really depends on if I want to read subtitles. So anyways,
Just never. For me,
Practically.
personally. It's never.
So, and I fully support our English voice actors. So anyways, I'm getting totally off track. Trying to defend myself to who knows what.
Yes.
So anyways, I think it could be a translation issue as well.
Probably.
And I could be wrong. I would have to go back and watch it, I guess, in Japanese and figure if there's a different word that they use for the subtitles. But reality is that it could just be that, or a cultural thing too, where that kind of acting out and how abrasive he is as a character, it could be that would be considered naughty in the culture versus ours. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a punk kid, but
He being a punk ass little bitch.
yeah, we put him in his place or whatever, or just, I don't know.
You know what I call my children when they act like that?
Please tell me.
Insubordinate and churlish.
Ooh, churlish. I like it. And they're like, what?
And then I threaten to hang them upside down by their toenails from the closet.
You know what?
Just kidding.
I'm not.
Wait,
I
just
would do
kidding
that.
again. I do threaten that, but I'm not actually going to do it.
No, obviously not. But you just want them to, like, stop being a punk.
It doesn't really work because they're always like, that sounds like fun. You should do it.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
let's do it. And you're like, great, now I gotta follow through, and I have no follow through.
yeah, I have no follow through. Just like a true millennial parent, I have no follow through.
Shit, all talk, no action. It's fine. It's fine.
Look what I just found.
What? What'd you find?
I found my list with the character names. It was here all along.
It was here all. Okay, what's our strong silent type?
Our strong silent type. Takashi?
Takashi, yes. And you know what? Honey practically says it every freaking episode.
That's true. Every time he climbs up him like a fucking tree.
It's Tamaki! And I just forget it. I always want to call him Makoto or something. And that is not it, fam.
So, for anyone who's just joining us right now, Hannah is our resident anime. I am the half Asian who knows very little about anime. Before we started discussing this podcast, I literally printed out a character list.
She did.
With pictures, with names
Right
that
under
I've been
them.
writing notes about.
It's like a school yearbook sheet.
It is like a
practically.
school yearbook sheet,
But like
you guys.
ghetto because it's printed.
Donate to our Patreon and I will send you a screenshot of what
Yeah,
this page
we'll
looks
take
like.
pictures.
It's embarrassing.
We don't even have a Patreon set up yet.
It's embarrassing.
We keep
we will
threatening
make
it.
one. We will make one for you specifically.
Our
We'll make
one
one.
follower.
So yeah, that's our strong silent type.
Yeah.
We now have the name down.
Tamaki. I will probably forget it next time we record too.
Strong,
just to
silent,
watch.
forgotten.
Yeah, mysterious. And maybe that's what it is in my head. He just needs to be mysterious. So absolutely no name. No name to you, sir. So anyways. So we figure out he's the naughty boy. And he plays that type pretty well. Of course, they have to dress him up because that is totally Renge style. Where
That's the entire host club. They love to dress
yeah,
up.
that's true.
That's how we first saw them. Because Shiro
That's
stumbled
true.
in and they were all dressed up.
yes,
Standing at the front door.
for like Arabian Nights or
Standing
something like
at
that.
the door because they're just standing around waiting for people to stumble into the host club.
they were
That's what they
lonely.
do. They
Yeah.
like to dress up.
And honestly, I'm here for it because I love a good cosplay. So I appreciate that aspect and that they just like go full on into their themes.
What would be your cosplay? What are you dressing up as?
For what? What's the setting? What's
It doesn't
the
matter.
deal?
What's your cosplay? What are you dressing up
What
as?
am I dressing up as? There are so many, Stephanie. You can't just.
You have to pick one. An anime related cosplay. What are you
anime?
dressing up
Okay.
as? You can pick any.
Okay, you know what? Okay. I'll narrow it down for you. The one cosplay that I would absolutely love to make and wear, but I have nowhere to, wear it to at the moment, would be, her name is Shina Fujibayashi. And she
I was
is
going to look it up.
from-
I can't even spell that.
Yeah, I can do that. But she is from a video game series, one of the first that was ever released in America. for Tales games, and the game
Oh,
is
like the Tales of Aspis, Tales of whatever.
Vesperia that
Yes.
you bought. Yeah.
The one
But
that
it
I
was-
bought that I didn't play.
that you haven't played yet.
Understood.
Yeah. So, but the first one that ever was released in America, it was for GameCube, came in 2 discs, and it was, well, okay, it wasn't the first that was released in America. I should take that back. I am wrong. Bad girl. It was the first that really let, like, America know that this franchise is here.
Let me see it.
So
Bring her out.
it's Shina Fujibayashi. And she's totes adorb. She is
Totes
totes
adorable.
adorbs. She is literally, her thing is she is a clumsy assassin. And in the
Oh.
video game, like, she's so cute. She's
Aw.
totally adorable, and I love her. And
I feel like I have seen her character model somewhere.
you might have. But so she comes from Tales of Symphonia, and I've always wanted to cosplay her, like, create, like, sew the whole thing up, and I, like, just in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I would do it. But I just-
2023, we should do it.
yeah, we need to actually go to
Our anime
like,
cosplays.
Anime, like a con. We need to
Oh.
go to a con.
Oh.
What?
I mean, I was thinking we just walk up and down my street, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah, we should actually dress up and walk up and down the aisles of a con.
Here
But
for
yeah.
it. I'm kind of too old to be dressed up as mine, but yeah.
You
here
are
for it.
what's yours?
Atelier Riza.
You are never too old to
Gonna be doing that. I
cosplay.
totally want to do her
Do
so
it.
bad.
Let's do it. Let's
So
work on
old for that.
cosplays. No, you're not. Shut up. No, you're not.
She's like 15.
Okay, but I have seen 30-something-year-old men dress up as Sailor Scouts.
Yeah,
Cosplay is for
they
everyone.
looked goddamn good. Okay. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I feel like that should be on the radar for this year. 2023. We
Okay,
should do it.
Let's do it.
We're not getting any younger.
No, we are not. We are actually getting older. But you know what? It's okay. I don't
Mm.
care. The older I get, the more I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. I'm going to
we
do what I
should.
want.
I don't know what con we would go to, but we should do one.
Well, we're not going to say because we don't need stalkers, but there are tons
there are
of...
cons over here?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, Stephanie. Yes,
wow.
absolutely.
I have no idea. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
Yeah, we'll set it up when we're not recording. We'll figure it out.
So they're dressed up as we
Yes.
will be later this year.
But not in they're dressed up as Arabian knights and princes and stuff in that, I don't know, genre, I guess. Not
Dressed up like Aladdin and Jasmine.
yeah,
Just
you know,
kidding.
stuff like that. You know, well, I'm sure Tamaki wanted Haruhi dressed up as Jasmine.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah,
Which Haruhi spent a good deal of this episode with a wig on.
true.
Didn't she?
She did.
Yeah.
And you know, because they,
Looking like herself, I say in air quotes.
yes, but
Because, of course, this wig has the exact same hairstyle that she had in that one photo we saw of her. The one photo.
because that is the only wig that she is allowed to wear now.
is the one.
Even though, you know, they're so rich and they buy all these really ornate cosplays, basically. Because I'm not going to say they're costumes necessarily, just because they're so ornate, they're so over the top and really nice looking that they're not costumes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so she's wearing the same stupid ass wig later on because they had to infiltrate the, I don't know, middle school building because I'm pretty sure it's on the same property as the academy. And
Oh.
yeah, and so they want to do that because they want to investigate Shiro and why he's like, after going through all this naughty boy stuff and trying to act out this specific part, he explodes on these people and be like, you guys are useless, you know, I'm wasting my time here. Like, how is this ever going to impress a girl or the girl or her or whatever? But he basically, instead of saying, you know, I want to impress girls, he's now saying, how am I going to impress her? And they're like, her? But he, storms out all dramatically because that's
just what they do.
That's just what they do. That is what that whole academy is about. It's not an academy of like learning stuff. It's an academy of drama. Yes.
Drama.
And theater. I swear. But so he storms off. So they're like, you know what? Instead of wrangling that bratty little boy back, we're gonna, or only
we're just gonna mind fuck him.
Yeah, we're gonna do some investigating of our own. And it doesn't make any sense because it was only Honey Senpai and Haruhi who dress up as middle schoolers. And granted, Haruhi's uniform is brown as fuck when the middle school girl uniform is pink.
Which doesn't even match her previous school uniform.
Doesn't even match.
So where are they pulling this uniform out from?
Tamaki's secret collection of girly cosplays, I assume. I don't know.
Keep your lips zipped is so hot if you're in this anime. Apparently. And you're Tamaki.
Yeah. Yes, because Tamaki and the twins, no one else, because aside from Honey and Haruhi having dressed up in these quote-unquote middle school uniforms, everyone else is wearing the high school or on academy uniform. They don't dress up as middle schoolers, but they're over there blushing with Haruhi doing something so simple as going shh, zip it, and they're like all blushing and be like, she's so cute, like all three of them.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's fine. I don't get boys. You don't have
to understand it.
No, it's why I'm single. I don't get boys.
Also, it's anime.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't matter. It's anime.
It's true. No thoughts, head empty.
It's like, whose line is it anyway? Everything's made up and the points don't matter.
It's true. So, they're investigating to figure out who this girl is, and they do stumble upon a picture of Shiro and this girl at the piano, and it looks all cute, and they're like, that must be the girl, when really, in reality, it could have been anyone, just so happens to be. But no, they're right, it is the girl that he's trying to impress, and eventually they actually sneak over to watch from the hallway, which is kind of creepy. Just all of these random high schoolers just huddled together watching through a window to study Shiro in his natural habitat with this girl, right?
Story checks out.
It does. And this girl, this sweet little girl named Tina, she's just, I'm going to play the piano. Goes up to Shiro and is like, you want to play with me or whatever, and he's like, no, being the snotty brat that he is.
The naughty type.
Yes, the naughty type.
How dare he?
I know. How dare he be himself or whatever with all those feelings and coming out rough and gruff. But she takes it like a champ. She's like, all right, well, I'm going to be over there if you need me. And she's just playing the piano.
Playing her little heart out.
Yeah, just enjoying herself. And Shiro's there, and she's playing classical music, and he's just like, oh, and just kind of melts, at her playing, and kind of softens, his character softens, you see that, and so they witness that, and they're like, okay, we know what we need to do, since we're going to intervene in this boy's life. So they, basically, at that point, Tamaki gets the attention of another girl from the class, and he's
another 10-year-old girl.
Yeah, who he flirts with, which is really concerning. He hands her a rose and is like, here for you, princess. And I'm like, please don't do that. You could just be like, sup kid, hey yo, I need a favor. Like a 10-year-old's not gonna do that. I don't know. But so anyways, he says, hey, little girl, who's that other little girl in your class, basically. And she's like, oh, that's Hina. And basically this bitch just gives up everything about Hina.
As 10-years do.
As 10-year-old. Like what a little little snitch, like, just, okay, so if the mob were after her, like, she'd be dead. It's fine because you just ratted your friend out. It's cool.
I mean, but her parents are rich. They would pay her way out.
Maybe it's because they're the mob.
Oh.
Just a theory.
Plot
Anyways,
twist.
so this random girl is like, oh yeah, that's Hannah. Her dad got a job at,
At Germany.
at
Germany.
he got that gerb at Germany. And so they're leaving at the end of the week. And they're like, okay, cool. And she's like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
And so
it does wrap up so fast.
Like, that girl is non-existent. We never see her again. It's fine. So they get in there. They basically kidnap Shiro after learning all of that. And
As
Hannah,
they love a good kidnapping.
Hannah just watches from outside of the classroom down the hallway as Shiro's just being kidnapped by this group of teenagers. And she's just like, all right, it's fine. He'll be back later. And so he's like, why are you taking me back to the host club? Because that's where they end up. And this is where we get Tamaki, who's, I was a great pianist.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's great at everything that we pivotally need for the anime to further the storyline.
Sure, yeah. Aside from, getting the affection from Haruhi.
That wouldn't further the storyline. That's
really
the entire
wouldn't.
storyline.
It would be done in 5 minutes, I get it. But it's fine. So he's like, I'm gonna teach you piano. And so that's basically what they do. Obviously, Shiro's gonna do like a dumb reply, but they do end up teaching him how to play piano to finally do this piano duet thing with Hina as this last hurrah. Yeah.
Which doesn't even matter. They don't even end up together.
No.
They don't even kiss.
They're 10.
There is no forbidden kiss.
No. And
There's
that would
no
be pretty
sparkling.
forbidden.
There is no French.
There's no French kissing. There's
also no French. Not even kissing.
Absolutely,
There's just no French.
There was no French class. There was no French bread.
I'm here for the baguettes.
The baguette.
I mean, it really was just the childhood crush.
Yeah, the
Played out.
awkwardness of having those feelings.
And then everybody who actually does the anime being like, oh yeah, we have to tie this into the host club quick.
Yeah.
Make the host club relevant to the story. Which is kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
Like, the host club is just like, the story didn't revolve around the host club. The host club was just like part of it.
Yeah, for sure. Which is kind of nice in a way, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't necessarily want our hosts to just randomly involving themselves in, like, other people's lives. Like, I know Shiro went to them for help, but then, when he backs off, it's kind of like, maybe just leave well enough alone. He'll come back if he wants to, but no. We gotta stalk this motherfucker and, like, possibly get involved to the point of embarrassing him further or ruining his life.
And being a child predator.
Yeah, like, let's be honest.
Like, let's go to other 10-year-old girls, pretending like we're interested in other 10-year-old girls.
Yeah, like it's concerning.
That's not it.
It's not it.
It's not
it, fam. It's not it. So this host club is very questionable in what they do.
Granted, this was a number of years ago.
Sure.
Still questionable then. Just we put more light and publicity on it these days.
Yeah, that we are...
The media, the podcast, Hannah and Stephanie specifically.
You know what? We actually, we'll just say this now, we have a firm stance against underage predatory shit. Don't do that. That's gross. We're not here for pedophilia. Don't do it.
That's pretty much my only line. All my other lines are pretty blurred.
So twincest is okay now?
It's not here.
Wait. Wait. How is it we got to episode 6 and I'm just now hearing this?
I'm just saying that there's not as firm of a line as there is against children's
I don't
stuff.
know. I feel like there's a firm line.
For you.
For most people, I would think.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. We'll talk about that later. It's fine.
That's Baka Bitches After Hours.
Yeah, that's for our Patreon where we just really fight each other on this shit. We get really passionate.
I mean, I don't feel like fighting about it. I just
No,
feel like
I'm
just
just
talking
saying.
about twincest.
Twincest. I mean, we already practically dedicated a
As
whole
long as the
episode to
focus
it.
is Stephanie cest.
Wait. Explain how Stephanie Cest.
It's just
Works.
all 100% attention.
It's all about me.
I don't care. Could be as many people.
Oh.
Could be
Go
related
on.
people.
Whoa. I'm
It
seeing
doesn't
a whole
matter.
new side of you.
As long as
You
the
get
focus
yours?
is not themselves.
Sure.
The focus is just me.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree to that. All right.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, we did.
It's basically the same.
Okay. That's fair.
Just 100% me.
I just needed you to explain it more because I would just be left with
You
so
just
many
want me
questions
to
at the end of
embarrass
the night.
myself on the podcast.
Absolutely.
It's fine. I have no shame.
I've done it so many times already.
I have no shame.
It's fine.
Because we're stupid.
Because we're stupid.
All right.
So, yeah.
episode.
Well, let me just say, because we do end with Shiro being at the host club. Hina is gone. And this little bitch is hoarding all the girls in the host club. So, clearly his feelings for Hina were short-lived and he's moved on because these girls were actually they were kissing his cheeks.
I thought he was fronting, but okay.
No, like he literally moved on. He's like, look at all these girls I have, and they're like, oh, he's so cute,
Bitches and hoes, bitches and hoes.
kiss his little cheeks, and they did, and I was like, wow, okay, so
Wow,
all of that was
what
for
a man
nothing.
slut. Kissing him on the
Honestly,
cheek.
but the fact that he didn't, do the thing, like he was supposed to. It's fine. I just, you know what, Shiro, you're a little bitch. It's fine. So yeah, that is the end of it. And now I've said my piece.
The only piece I want is to finish this piece of cake.
Oh, by all means.
Heard.
We'll end it.
Baka, bye.